Okay. He's recording it now. Okay, so Halia pulled a card for us tonight. And interestingly, I don't often get this one, the Chariot. And it's really relevant. Halia. It's really relevant to the cats here as well now. It's a big family affair. Really relevant to Capricorn moon. Okay, this full moon. So it can't, as I've said before, there's no such thing as benefic or malefic. It's really how you manage things. It's your state of mind. So sometimes it can, that's my cat pushing over there. Halia, don't encourage him. So professional. Pepe. Sometimes it can be turmoil, sometimes it can be vengeance, but it can sometimes be like conflicting influences or rushing to decisions or the need for supervision. But I think this is representing this Capricorn moon where you're must be attentive to details. This attention to control one's emotions, and not controlling your emotions, but being aware of not reacting, sitting in the eye of the storm. We're in the Capricorn Cancer axis. So, but we've just come into Cancer season, water season, lots of emotions. Okay, so but Capricorn's really the stabilizer. It's the other end of the axis, which I'll quickly speak over as well. So this one is so relevant because it suggests that you can achieve greatness when physical and mental powers are maintained in balance and they're effectively put to work. Okay, so it's a determination to mix hard work with times of productive solitude. That is Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn North Node. That's my that's my life purpose, apparently, soul purpose. So, but intermingling it with Cancer. So there we go. I'm going to quickly speak you through what to expect in this full moon. Halia, you need to be quiet, okay, darling? So if you're really excited, you can go through the house with the cat. Okay, all right, good girl. Okay, so so tonight, which is, it's going to be happening in about half an hour, chaps. So we'll be in flow, dinner yoga practice. It's all good. So it's a beautiful full moon. So normally Capricorn full moons are quite intense, but we're under the influence of Jupiter, and Jupiter is lovely. It's about faith and optimism. So this full moon is giving us a renewed sense of faith and optimism, and it's exactly what we need. So if you've ever, a lot of you guys have been on this moon journey with me for a while, and you may have noticed that previous full moons in Capricorn have not been the most flamboyant. Okay, they're quite serious. But you know, the last year's Capricorn full moons were Saturn and Pluto influenced. But this one is Jupiter influenced. So it's much more optimistic. I've got cats and children surrounding me. That's my Cancer South Node. Well, I'm trying to do my Capricorn North Node. So this is really actual representation of what to expect in this coming full moon. Okay. So we can't talk about this full moon without talking about the Cancer solstice. 21st of June was the summer solstice. So the full moon in Capricorn is only 3 days after this Cancer solstice. So it carries a potent and manifesting energy. We're meant to manifest in the summer solstice. So this one really, I say that so many times, don't I, guys? But we're working with a 0% of cardinal signs, so 0% Aries, 0% Cancer, which is my Saturn, challenges and opportunities, and 0% Libra and 0% Capricorn. So if any of your planets are 0% in that, it's going to be quite important. It's really going to hit you. So my Saturn in Cancer it's affecting me too. That's my challenges and opportunities, which I'm working with, as you can see. So So this is really interesting, the fact that these 4 cardinal points are important degrees of the zodiac because they coincide with the moment when the sun changes direction in the sky. So they give you the cardinal cross in the 4 directions. The 4 cardinal directions, east, north, west, and south, create the shape of a square, and they're a symbol for matter. So the physical world as you know it. So without matter, without 3D reality, we wouldn't have physical form. We'd be 2D energetic beings without a body. Okay, so we are who we are thanks to 4 cardinal directions and thanks to 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices. So the equinoxes give us the east and the west, the sunrise and the sunset, the right and the left, and the beginning and the end. The March equinox is when Aries season starts and we have the beginning of a new astrological year. And the September equinox is where the Libra season starts and we're halfway through the solar cycle. So in the natal chart, east gives us the ascendant, a rising sign, and west, the descendant. Look to the descendant point. I read this week, actually, and I thought, oh, I can't wait to share with you guys. So you guys are looking at your north nodes and seeing what your soul purpose is. For looking at who would be a good match, and I'm not speaking just about, a soulmate or in a sexual kind of side of things. It's, pardon you. It's more about who you would really connect with. Look at where your descendant is. So that's the opposite of your rising sign. So weirdly, my descendant is Sagittarius. That's my mother, and me and my mother don't speak. But my best friend is Sagittarius as well. So look at what is the opposite of your ascendant, and see that is going to be someone or something that's karmically going to be good for you in your life. Okay, just an interesting little fact. The June solstice is when Cancer season starts. The December solstice when Capricorn season starts. So these 2 solstices give us the other 2 directions, north and south, up and down. So the 2 equinoxes gives us right and left, or dimension of space. The 2 solstices give us the dimension of time. So everything that happens between the moment we are born and the moment we die is created within the Cancer Capricorn passing of time. So Cancer is the IC in the natal chart, where we come from, and Capricorn is the midheaven in the natal chart. It's where we're heading. Okay, so this is a really interesting time for us all right now. So if the Aries AC and the Libra DC axis answers the question, who am I? This Cancer IC Capricorn MC axis, which is just now what we've just entered, this answers the question, what should I do with my life? Okay, this is what we're all thinking about right now, or we should be. This is part of this full moon. So here we come back to this full moon in Capricorn when we have the Cancer and the Capricorn solstice, and when we have Cancer or Capricorn lunation. We're at crossroads. It's this time of the year when we want an answer to the question, what should we do with our life? So we've all been a little bit like, what on earth is going on here? This is now the culmination of what we've been working towards. So asks us to reconcile the Cancer and the Capricorn polarity. So the Capricorn is the north, the very top, that place where we're fully visible and fully exposed, and Cancer is at the bottom of the chart, fully hidden. Cancer is the familiar and Capricorn is the unfamiliar. Cancer is our comfort zone, Capricorn is our uncomfort zone. And I can really relate to this as my north node, my south node. So this is just the way I am, take it or leave it, says our Cancer comfort zone. Fake it till you make it, says our socially aware Capricorn ideal self. So our genes and our cultural conditioning is Cancer. It's only half of who we are. The person we aim to become is Capricorn, is the other half. And this ideal constructed persona guides our actions and reshapes our personality a little bit every day. So there's a fine balance between the two. So too much focus on the Cancer I see, and we never grow up. We blame our early upbringing for a lack of success and direction in life. We feel vulnerable and we don't believe we can actually make it on our own. And that really resonates because of my Cancer South Node. That's why I used to be like, oh, so vulnerable. And too much focus on the Capricorn MC, and we're like a mouse on a treadmill. We run and run and run without knowing where we're heading, and we feel directionless. And even if we become successful by worldly standards, we feel unfulfilled and empty. Okay, so that's because we've forgotten who we are, where we come from, the Cancer. Our identity, our upbringing, our culture of origin is not embraced or acknowledged. So the reason why cultural sites, statement buildings, or places of worship are the first to be destroyed during wars is done purposely. It's to kill the cultural identity of the nation. So a nation that does not know who they are will never know where they're headed and is easily manipulated. How relevant is this to today right now? So the full moon in Capricorn, where we're at tonight, is a reconciliation between our past and the treasures we carry and the possibilities of the future. So we should never forget where we've come from. Yet, just like the bird eventually leaves the nest, we need to eventually embrace our own paths. So this full moon is at 3 degrees Capricorn, and it's sextile Jupiter 2% Pisces. So it's a beautiful full moon that makes literally 0 tense aspects, which is very nice. There's been a lot of tense aspects recently, guys, and I'm sure you've all been feeling it. So this sextile to Jupiter, it's a reminder to keep our faith and never lose sight of the bigger picture. No matter how tough life gets, there's always a better tomorrow. So the Sabian symbol of the full moon in Capricorn is a group of people outfitting a large canoe at the start of a journey by water. So this deeper meaning of the symbol is that by starting something new, something big, we need to spend enough time with preparation. So in the era of smartphones and 5Gs, we jump from one thing to the next, and we're fearful that we're running out of time. But Rome wasn't built in a day. So no masterpiece has ever been created without significant investments of time, energy, preparation, quality assurance. So Cancer and Capricorn give us the dimension of time, but instead of going into fear of missing out, this full moon in Capricorn invites us to reflect on what we're really trying to achieve. And when we have full clarity, when we know where we're headed, time becomes our friend, not our enemy. So what if it takes a lifetime to achieve your goal? Okay, the Saturn-Uranus square has triggered a systematic shake-up in our lives. So this square is active throughout the whole of 2021. It's not just one area of our life that requires our attention. We are up for a complete overhaul. So this beautiful alignment right now, tonight, it comes to remind us that our hard work is not in vain. So 2021 is not a trip to the supermarket. 2021 is not business as usual. 2021 is the beginning of a long journey by water. So we have to be ready. We have to be well prepared. And when the large canoe will eventually reach its destination, we'll know it's going to be worth it. Okay, heavy stuff, but it's so exciting. How much hope and optimism does that give you? So tonight, we usually work with goddesses. And normally in a full moon, we work with Lakshmi. She is the goddess of abundance, and that represents this full moon, the culmination. But I really think tonight we're going to work with Ganesha. Do you want to show them your Ganesha? That's the elephant one. So I want you to, if you've got a pen or a piece of paper, if you don't, that's fine, but we're just going to quickly write down. Oh, there we go, there's Ganesha. He's with us tonight. We're going to work with Ganesha. We're going to burn away anything we need to let go of. We need to forgive, let go. We need to bring in some gratitude as well. So first of all, write down. You go, Holly, you can draw a picture of, You've got Ganesha on your knee, that's fine. We're going to write down some things that we need to let go of, who we need to forgive. It could be ourselves. We need to let go of fears. We need to let go of any sort of emotion that doesn't work for us anymore. Let's release that. We'll burn it, represent, like we'll really get rid of that. We'll do a Ganesha chant, and then we'll move into our yoga practice, which Halia's very excited about. We've been practicing together, haven't we? So just draw a picture of something that, why don't you just draw a nice picture of Ganesha? Look, have Ganesha here. There we go. So just giving you a couple of minutes to write down what you want to let go of. Doesn't work. Here, you use this one then. Okay. Okay. So if you've written, you can do this later on as well if you want to finish them off. But I'm going to energetically burn this one for you guys so that it's representing the burning stage. You guys can burn yours later on. Make sure you don't set your house on fire. So here we go. There we go. So seems to be going out there. So we're going to do the Ganesha chant. So it's Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Okay, we're going to chant that a couple of times before we move into our practice. I'll tell you a little bit about Ganesha after we've done our Ganesha chant. It's coming into a cross-legged position or a seated position, comfortable. You ready? You're going to chant with us? It's Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Okay. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Keep your eyes closed and breathe into your heart center. And calling in gratitude for anything in your life that you're truly grateful for right now. You've created that space by letting go and feeling forgiveness and putting the smoky thing away. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly tell you a little bit about Ganesha. I love a little fact. So the story of Ganesha. So the Hindu tradition contains many different versions of Ganesha, and some say that Ganesha was born with an elephant head, but the version that most people are aware of is Ganesha's mother, the goddess Parvati, created Ganesha from the dirt off her body while she was bathing. Do you know that? So then she had Ganesha guard the entrance to her bathroom. And when her husband Shiva came home, he was very angry that a stranger blocked his access, and he cut off Ganesha's head in a fit of rage. Parvati was struck with grief, and to console her, Shiva restored Ganesha to life, giving him an elephant head. There we go. So the reason I thought we would work with Ganesha tonight is, like other archetypes, he's a source of inspiration, and he acts as a role model as you try to achieve a goal. Okay, so he's revered for his cleverness and his wisdom. He's the patron of letters and learning, and he's the scribe who wrote down the Mahabharata. Okay, so he is the deity that if you're wanting to achieve, you call on Ganesha for any big or small endeavor in which you want to succeed. And I think that represents the Capricorn moon as well, or writing or artistic projects, or seeking wisdom before making a big decision, or any situation where an obstacle is preventing you from success. and also for cultivating a peaceful household, because Ganesha is loving and polite, yet strong. Okay, so this is what the energy that we're creating tonight. Okay, so we're gonna start. So we're gonna clear the area. I'm going to quickly as well, I better tell you, for you guys who are aware of your rising signs, I better tell you what you're going to be working with in this moon as well. So this full moon, where is it? This full moon, you're going to, Aries rising is 10th house, Taurus rising is 9th house, Gemini rising is 8th house, Cancer risings 7th house, Leo is 6th house, Virgo is the 5th, Libra is the 4th, Scorpio is the 3rd, Sagittarius is the 2nd, Capricorn is the 1st, and Aquarius is the 12th, and Pisces is the 11th. So quickly going over, what does this represent? The first house is your appearance and image, your self-identity. Second house is cash, property, possessions, how you value yourself. The third is communication, siblings, neighbors, education. The fourth house is home and family, all things domestic, where you belong, your past. The fifth is romance, creativity, kids, love affairs. The sixth is daily routines and your health. The seventh is lovers, open enemies, any sort of partner, including business. The eighth is joint finances, debts, sex, inheritance, transformation. The ninth house is study, travel, the internet, higher learning, dreams. The 10th, your careers and your ambitions. The 11th is luck and friends. And the 12th is your deepest, darkest, most sensitive part of the chart. So it's your secrets and deep spiritual awareness. So if you're not aware of what your rising sign is, you can find that it's called your ascendant as well by looking up a prenatal chart online. Okay, so I'll stop gibbering and let's get into our yoga practice. Are you ready, Halia? Are we ready and rearing to go? Okay, if you moved everything, let's pop Ganesha up there. Okay, are we ready and rearing? Good girl. Okay, so we're starting off tonight by doing a couple of rounds of Chandra Namaskar. Okay, so first of all, breathing in, take your arms all the way up to the sky, and just breathe out, take that energy into your heart center. Breathe in, arms all the way up, and breathe out, take them down into your heart center. And the next time you take it up, take your hands into Kali Mudra, Charlie's Angels, and we're just going to circle, big circles around one way, big circles around the other way. Sorry, I'm going to quickly.
Who was it?
It's Fat Gary. Sorry, guys. So we're here. I'm sorry for being so unprofessional. So we're circling circling around, and then we're going to exhale and fold into Uttanasana. From here, you're going to take your right foot back, and you're going to take your arms all the way up, coming in to Warrior One. You've got your fingers in Kali Mudra again, circling round. And then we're turning to the right. Your feet are slightly turned out, knees are bent. And we're going to breathe into our heart center. Breathe this powerful, beautiful energy. You can call in the goddess Lakshmi, call in abundance, prosperity and love. Inhaling to straighten the legs, parallel feet, and exhale to fold. Here's my bottom in your face, Halia. And then from here, we're going to work with Skandasana. So breathing from side to side with the breath. This is weird, me having my bottom in my granddaughter's face. And then coming all the way up, pointing your right foot to to the back of your mat. And then swiveling that left foot. So your heel to instep. We're moving into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. So imagine someone's pulling your right fingertips. Take your fingers down to the shin, left arms up to the sky. Open up that left armpit and feel the extension through your torso. Find your breath. And then from here, take your right hand down in front of that right foot, lifting up that back leg, opening up that left hip, and take the left arm up to the sky, into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Find your breath. Stay with the steady calmness, the stiram sukham. From here, you're turning to the back of the mat, squaring your hips, keeping the leg up, and walk your hands towards that foot. And then slowly bring that foot down to meet the other one, folding into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Smooth the breath out, let go of any tension in the jaw and the shoulders. And then from here, take the right leg back, drop the right knee, and take your arms all the way up to sky. Into crescent moon. Inhale to open up your heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to open up and keep going. You're all right there, Hannah. Smoothing out the breath, calling in that beautiful energy of Lakshmi into your heart center. Then moving round the mat and moving into Skandasana again. And then turning to the front of your mat, coming into crescent lunge. You're staying on the ball of the back foot. And then lifting up that back leg, moving into warrior three. Folding forwards, taking the back foot to meet the front one, into Uttanasana. Inhale, take your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, draw that energy into your heart center. Close your eyes and feel the prana move through your body. Be aware of your heart beating and feel the connection of your feet to the earth. Okay, inhale, take your arms all the way up again. Exhale, bring that energy into your heart center. Inhale, arms all the way up. Take your fingers into Kali Mudra, big circles. Round the other way. And then folding into Uttanasana. And then bringing the left leg back, swiveling the back foot, bending the front knee, moving into Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Kali Mudra. And moving. Lovely circles. You can choose how big your circles are. We don't mind, do we, Halia? How big your circles are. How big is your circle? And then turning to the left, keep your feet out, bending the knees, moving into goddess pose. Engage Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor muscles. It's the muscles you use to hold your wee-wees in. And breathe into your heart. Relax your jaw. Inhaling to straighten the legs. Take your feet parallel. Exhale to fold forwards into Prasarita Padmasana. Find your breath. Inhaling to come all the way back up. And take the left foot to point towards the back of the mat. So your heel to instep, take your arms up. We're moving into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Imagine someone's pulling these left fingertips, bring them down, take the right arm up to the sky. Opening up that right armpit and feel the extension through your torso. From here, you're going to take that left foot to the front of that, the left hand to the front of the left foot, lifting up that back right leg, lifting up the right arm, moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Find your breath. Feel the strength and steadiness. And then turning to the back of the mat, squaring the hips, walking your hands a little bit further towards that foot. See if you can try and lift that leg up a little bit further. And then drop the leg down. Moving into Uttanasana, standing forward bend, finding your breath, flowing over your legs like a waterfall. And then taking that back, left leg back, dropping the knee, arms all the way up to the sky, into crescent moon. Inhale to open up your heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep going. Just really connecting into your breath. Really bringing awareness into the heart center. Turning around the mat, moving into Skandasana with the breath. I'm finding it really hard, like really trying to concentrate here. And then turn to the front of your mat, and you're going to stay in the back of the ball of your back foot, coming up into crescent lunge, and then lifting the back leg up and moving into warrior three. Folding forwards, bringing the back foot to meet the front foot, and finding your breath. Stepping back into downward facing dog now. And just checking in with yourself, seeing where you are. Coming down onto your knees. And from here, we're going to move into, right, move up on here a little bit, Hallie, baby. Thank you. So we're going to set up for dolphin pose. So you're taking your elbows and your hands onto the ground, so the forearms are on the ground, curling your toes under, lifting your bottom up to the sky. You can even try and walk your feet a little bit closer. Just really find your breath. Your head's off the ground, Halia. So take your head off the ground. You're doing very well. You're being a very good girl. So then coming down onto your knees, sitting back into child's pose. You can take your arms down by your side if you like, to give your shoulders a little break. Breathing your belly into your thighs. And then from here, we're going to come back up, and you're either, I've got the totally wrong hairstyle for this, because you're either going to move back into dolphin, or some of you might want to work with shoulder stands today, because we're really wanting to work with Vyana Vayu. So really to bring that enthusiasm for life.
I want to do a headstand.
You want to do a headstand, do you? Maybe you do it next on against the wall. Then, darling. You going to try and do it? Okay, you can try and do it. Just don't hurt yourself.
What should I do?
Over to there, the wall over there. See? Okay. So you're either going to set yourself up for dolphin, or you're going to take your hands into a little basket and then place your head, like a little crown of your head, into the basket, curling your toes under, and then slowly coming up. If headstand is part of your practice. If it's not, that's okay. Some of you might want to work with the wall, and some of you might want to stay in dolphin. It's your practice. Work with where you are. Listen to your inner teacher, Vishnamaya Kosha, not your ego.
Can't do one.
Slowly, slowly, coming down, moving into child's pose again. Just checking in with yourself. Take your arms down by your side into Balasana this time. And really feeling the pulse from your midbrain to your third eye with the breath. So this is really going to help you connect into your inner teacher here. Like an effortless breath, an effortless pulse. Smoothing the breath out. And then from here, you're moving onto your back. We're going to move into, you can do this one, Hallie, baby. You can move into the counter pose for a headstand is shoulder stand, but I always teach it as if you have neck issues to protect your cervical spine. So push down with the elbows, push up to hold onto your hips. Then you're going to dip your hips so your feet are directly above your head. I'll go sideways for anyone who's... Oh, that's beautiful, Halia. So this is a variation of Viparati Karani as well. It's just, it works the same energy as a shoulder stand, but it's not so dangerous for your cervical spine. So breathing into the, imagine that you're breathing blue light around the throat area. So this really helps to open up Vishuddha chakra, asserting yourself, speaking your truth. The color blue around your throat, clearing any blockages there. Gently allowing yourself to come down, coming into a mini Shavasana just to allow yourself to marinate in this beautiful energy. And release anything you're still holding on to, that last remnants, into Mother Earth. Let her transmute it. From here, draw your knees into your belly, and we're going to roll onto our stomachs. So the counter pose for shoulder stand is a nice little Shalabhasana. So taking your hands underneath your shoulders, your feet are hip width apart, and then on an inhale, lifting up. Some of you might even want to take your hands almost cactus style here to really open up that heart center. Find your breath. Releasing, stack your hands in front of you, rest your forehead down, relax your jaw and shoulders. Place your hands underneath your shoulders now, tuck your elbows in. Your leg's going to come a little bit more together. We're going to do a little mini cobra flow. I'll move back a little bit. Inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, stay there. Inhale all the way up, Bhujangasana. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, mini cobra. Exhale, stay there. Inhale all the way up, relaxing your shoulders. Exhale all the way down. Keep going. One more time. And then slowly coming down, stack the hands in front of you, rest your forehead down, listening to your body. Feel the energy flowing through you. Breathing light into any darkness. Then from here, raising your head, you're going to reach back and try and hold on to your ankles. Flexing your feet towards you. On an inhale, push the shins away. Dhanurasana. This is the one that balances all three doshas. It's tridoshic. It also helps to stimulate the vagus nerve. So it's good for your parasympathetic nervous system. Slowly coming down. And then stacking your hands in front of you, resting your forehead down. Feeling the warmth in the base of your spine. Relaxing your jaw and shoulders. And then gently pushing yourself up. Moving into a squatting position, Malasana.
Taking your arms out in front of you and imagine that you're breathing in and out through your kidneys here. So this is a really good one for stress relief. It's an adrenal release. Just breathe into it. Coming down onto your bottom. Okay, and then from here, you're just going to come into cross-legged position. Take your right hand onto your left knee, the left hand on the floor behind you, breathing in to lengthen, and breathing out to the cup of that left shoulder. Just a gentle spinal twist. You don't have to look so far with your neck. Just imagine that your spine's spiraling equally upwards. Releasing, place your left hand onto your right knee, right hand on the floor behind you. Breathing in to lengthen and breathing out to twist. And don't take your head fully over. So you're really not wanting to really work too hard with your cervical spine or your bendier part, the lumbar spine. You're really wanting to open up in the thoracic area here. This is where it can get quite stagnant. Gently releasing. Place your feet together into Baddha Konasana and gently coming forwards, just breathing into where you are tonight. You can choose the yin version where you just allow your spine to round and you let go, or you can work with the hatha version where you want to, on the inhale, extend through the spine, keeping the chin tucked in. And as you exhale, you let go a little bit further. So you're not going as far with your body to the floor. You're working with the extension of the spine. Listen to Vijnamaya Kosha, your inner teacher. What do you need tonight? So I'm going for the hatha version because I feel that we need more structure in our lives right now with this Capricorn moon. After all the Gemini air season and being all over the place in everyone's head, coming back into some more structure and routine is actually going to be a little bit more helpful for us all. Gently releasing. We're moving on to our backs here. Drawing your knees into your belly for Apanasana. Taking your feet down, your heels are tucked into your bottom, feet are hip width apart, arms are down by your side, tuck the chin in. We're going to do a dynamic Setu Bandhasana. So you're inhaling, lifting up the hips and your arms over your head, and exhaling to bring everything back down. Really connect your breath in the body. So the breath is a bridge to the mind, and the mind is a bridge to the soul. So bring awareness into each individual vertebrae. And then the next time you're up, you're going to keep your hips up. Take your arms down, interlace your fingers and press your arms down into the ground, lifting up with the hips, breathing into the chest here. Gently releasing down. Again, giving yourself a wee hug. Moving into happy baby pose. So again, making your choice. Do you want to have your hands at the outside of your feet or the inside of your feet? Feeling your sacrum connecting into the earth. And then from there, allow yourself to melt down into your well-deserved Shavasana. Just feel yourself sinking down. And we're going to work with a Yoga Nidra, embracing power, the confidence to speak your truth, empowered by nature to be your true self. So bring your full attention into the space in the front of the closed eyes and look into that space where dreams appear at night, and see yourself walking through a beautiful forest on a warm spring afternoon. Trees grow tall around you and the sunlight warms your face. You're carrying a small bag and a warm blanket, and you arrive on the banks of a fast-flowing stream. You place the folded blanket on a soft bed of dry leaves, and when you sit down in it, you instantly feel absolutely comfortable and at peace. The folds of the blanket wrap around you, and you feel warm and protected. Across the stream, flowers are growing, blooms of blue and white and yellow. The only sound is the running water and the birds singing in the trees. It's a sacred, peaceful space, and it smells fresh and alive. You open the bag you've been carrying and take out the precious objects within. The bag contains everything you need. There's a bright red cord which you lay around you in the form of a circle, securing the boundaries of your circular space. There are flower garlands which you lay on the earth in front of you, and there's a small red candle in a golden bowl whose sides are pierced with little heart-shaped cutouts. When you light the candle with the matches that you find in the bag, the flame of the candle glows bright and its light shines out through the hearts on the side of the bowl. As you light your candle, you feel that you've begun a ritual process of great beauty and power. The light shines on you. You sit comfortably in the warm blanket and hear the sound of running water by your side. You take the flower garlands and place them around your neck, smelling the fresh smell of their blooms. Their fragrance is exquisite. And you reach out your hand to touch your fingertips in the running water of the stream and lift them up to your head. Drops of water touch the crown of your head and you feel yourself anointed. You're at one with the stream and the trees, the flowers and the creatures of the forest. The mother of the forest embraces you. The water from the stream anoints you, and you hear the words from your heart. I feel myself anointed by the whole of nature. I honor my own power and wisdom. I'm fully myself. I fully inhabit the world in my power. I am ready for this next phase of life. I am met and honored. Knowing that the ritual is complete, experience the quality of feeling that it creates, and savor the sense of peaceful welcome that the whole forest extends to you. And know that you are at home in the world, your own true self. You are free to simply be part of the living pulse of the planet. A woman who embraces her own power to live her truth. This ritual has affirmed this. Have a sense of real connection to this powerful image, tender and very potent.
So bringing your awareness back into the room, back into where your body's lying on the floor. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms over your head, away from your body. Stretch your feet away from your body. Pulling your knees in, giving yourselves a wee hug. Rolling from side to side to loosen up your sacrum. And then slowly working yourself back up to your mat. We're going to end our yoga practice with an and then we're going to move into our full moon ritual. I hope you didn't hear Halia eating prawn crackers next to me. I've just sent this. Oh, they say never work with animals and children. I've normally got 3 cats and now I've got a granddaughter, so here we go. So palms together. We're going to end this practice with an Here we go. Namaste. Okay, so those of you who are used to doing these ritual things with me, Halia, you want to come and help me? We're going to move into this little ritual thing where we're going to set intentions for the full moon. So I'll lower you down. If any of you've got incense or sage or anything, you've got a candle you want to light, or if you've got any crystals, that's absolutely perfect. If you don't, that's perfect too. Halia's, look, Halia's here again. Did you enjoy your prawn crackers while they were doing Shavasana? Right then, let's get going. Halia, do you want to put this into the candle? Be very careful. See the candle, put it into the flame. So we're going to sage. I'll hold it here. Right. So we're going to sage. Get rid of any negativity, anything like so. You put it round. So you move it round. Here we go. Move it round, everyone. There we go. That's absolutely perfect. Now, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to get this and we're going to set, I think I'll do this when everyone is meditating. I'm going to burn some special stuff for us as well. So thank you, Halia. So make sure you've got your pen and your piece of paper because we're actually going to do a little bit of, we're going to do a bit of full moon wishing, I think, as well. We've let things go. And, you know, because it's a super, well, there's a lot of people saying it's a super moon. Don't quote me on that, but also this is as we're saying, it's like we're on this axis of the Cancer solstice. So you're going to, thank you, Halia. So you're going to sit down. We're going to do a little full moon meditation to get you into the zone. So if you can, if you're aware of where the south is, you can try and face south because this is the traditional direction associated with the full moon. Don't worry if you get caught up with, oh no, I don't know which my south is. It's not going to harm you if you face north. So close your eyes and breathe slowly and deeply and enjoy the sensation of your breath. Moving in, out of your body and ensure you're comfortable. So find yourself in a beautiful green field of dreams. It's high noon and the summer sun is hot. And the grasses nod as their heavy heads move in the breeze. So imagine that plant that you planted, some of you did the new moon with me, the new moon meditation. So the seed that you planted at the new moon, which could be your wishes and your manifestations, is now grown into a tree. And as you approach it, you see that its blossoms have formed into fruits. So these fruits are lush and ripe, and you pick one to taste. It's tart but delicious. Merge with the energy of your tree and feel the weight of your fruit as it hangs from your branches. Feel how sturdy you've become, strong enough to hold all of this fruit. And feel the sensations of completion and accomplishment, of having fulfilled your purpose, and rest in this feeling. Come into your body now and become aware of the physical sensations as they come and go. And notice whether you feel full or empty, open or closed, joyful or sad.
And just allow these things to be. Return your attention to your breath, and as you breathe out, imagine your breath joining with the breath of 1,000 others, and feel this common breath filling you with healing energy. Feel your unity with these others as you all breathe together. And be present with your surroundings now. As you make your way to where you've planted your tree, and just be grateful for where you are right now. So we're now going to do a full moon ritual so they can recharge and recalibrate your energy. So we're using this heightened energy, and the full moon is really, it's where the energy is. We can release our intentions to the world as well in the full moon. We're going to practice gratitude, and we're really we're illuminating things and seeing them for what they are. Remember tonight to make your moon water. So you're just placing water out to be charged in the full moon. Put your crystals out. Anything that you want charged, put it under the full moon, and you can release intentions or see what's not working and really let it go. So we've lit the sage. We've got our space, and now we're going to really bring this energy in. So closing your eyes, and dear universe, here we go. May I now be permitted to clear this space so that the power of my manifesting ritual is magnified and amplified with the energy of the full moon. And so be it, and so it is. And now may I now be given a clear space within my mind, body, spirit complex to connect with my heart's truest desires. May I now tune into the greater good for my higher self and allow for my goals, dreams, wishes, and desires to flow onto the paper. So you're now going to get your piece of paper, and you're going to write out goals, dreams, desires. So you're trying to do it as in not thinking. You're not doing it from your head. You're coming from the heart. Really write down what you really, there is no limits. There really is not. So try to approach this ritual without judgment. Open up your heart. Open up your mind and allow new things to flow in. So if you notice any voice of doubt creeping in, push it away. While you might not be able to control how you feel when doubt rises up, you can choose to reframe that doubt in order to see it as a vital balancing force for this process to be successful. So it's all about perspective, viewpoint. So focus on how you would feel to manifest these intentions. Focus on how good it feels to achieve your intention. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel courageous? Do you feel loved? Focus on any feelings that arise, because how you feel is everything. The process of manifestation works with the feeling state. Use any doubts that arise to delve into the core feelings of why you want to transform your life, or why some part of you is holding you back. So in order to manifest things into your life, you need to be ready to spark this deeper connection with the universe. Just continue for a few more minutes writing.
and flowing with what you really want to manifest. I'm going to burn something for us. And then obviously, because we've been working with manifestation now, we're going to call in the goddess Lakshmi to end our ceremony. So really feel these positive vibes. So the mantra for Lakshmi is Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. And you can place your fingers into Kapiti Mudra. So this is Kapiti Mudra. If you want, it's the one that we would use in full moon. So it's Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. We'll chant this a few times. Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmiaye Namaha. Breathing into your heart center. Bringing in gratitude. Surrendering to this process. And just visualizing just this perfect life that you're already in. This perfect creation. The challenges that you have are opportunities to evolve. We're incredibly lucky to be here on this planet right now. And I'm incredibly lucky to have you guys here. So thank you very much. It's been really lovely to see you all. And thank you for it's been very different. Practicing with my 6-year-old granddaughter. Come and say goodbye, Halia. She's been very good, actually. She's primary 1. So come and say bye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys. So I need to put the recording on.
Thank you.